everyone, and welcome to Number 9 Farms. I'm Dawn, and this is
Ledger.
And today we are going to show you around our Planta Greenhouse that we got last January. We put it together. We had it in full use by April of last year, May. Not exact. Snow here is pretty intense, so we live in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, so you can understand how the difference is. But when you go in here, today is May 29th or 30th? Yeah, 29th. That was right. Woo. Today is May 29th, and I'm going to show you what I've done. And a lot of the pepper plants that you are going to see were planted on January 22nd. And you might think, why anybody would plant it that early when you live in a place that the last frost date is June 4th? Because I've got a lot of slack from it. But I know what I'm doing, and that's so that I can get 2 seasons out of it. And already we have ate sweet banana peppers, bok choy, and we've ate 2 kinds of bok choy, the tiny ones and the medium ones.
And we're having them tonight.
Yes, in a stir fry. So we've been cooking on our Blackstone like every night. Bruce has actually been doing all the cooking. All right, so let's go ahead and let's look around here in the greenhouse. I do have a shade cloth, and the shade cloth at my old house in North Carolina that was on the East Coast.
Helps the sun.
That's right, it helps with the sun. So if you didn't have the shade cloth, especially when they're tiny, they would burn up. So the shade cloth is 100%. I've been having a greenhouse since 1997. This is not anything new for me. So I want you to know that the shade cloth is a necessity, because in North Carolina, even with the shade cloth, by the time the end of May came around, the 1st of June, it was 120 degrees with the fans. So this is here, even the shade cloth has been proven well, and
yes.
We got this at Bootstrap Farmer?
Yeah, Bootstrap Farmer.
I think that's where either this came or Greenhouse Warehouse, right?
No, it came from Bootstrap.
Okay.
The heater came from the other place.
Okay, so come on in. And every morning, since now the days are getting in the 70s range, but the nights sometimes still go low. We actually had 31 degrees just a couple days ago, and we had everything covered in the garden with Agribond. So as you can see, the hoops, and those are pumpkins over there, and the pumpkins were covered. The onions were not, neither were the garlic, because they don't need to be. But the broccoli actually wouldn't really technically need it, but since they were new, and also we didn't want them burn up from the sun. Today's the first day that I am taking it off. They've been there for a week. And come on in now. So as you look around, I have everything kind of just mixed everywhere you can possibly be, because I didn't realize that I was going to need as much space as I did. And Bruce, we built these.
I already knew we didn't have enough space. Somehow I knew that.
Okay, so Bruce and our friend Joel built these on the property from a tree that was right outside here, and I can show you that stump so you can see what I'm talking about. We did this on the sawmill, and it's all the way down, and that underneath here we do have lights, and these lights help with them down here, you know, so they can have light all the time. But if you look in here, I've already got, this is the sweet chocolate pepper. I mean, it's endless. Like back here, if you can see it, I got the corvages, which is the Turkish sword. I mean, it's already loaded. They will turn red. This one here is a Hatch chili, so that's extra hot.
They're delicious.
Yes, every Hatch chili is amazing. More of the sweet chocolate. And this one here is the Tam jalapeno, which the Tam jalapeno is half the heat of a regular jalapeno. But we also have the Jalapeño. And then look at this. This is one of the California wonders. They're starting to come on, and look at that. So as you can see, planting them early, by January 22nd to here, now May 29th, I am able to get a full crop in here in the greenhouse almost. And once they go outside, they're going to go, they're going to explode. So I can tell you this, from the end of February till pretty much almost the third week of May, we went through $350 worth of propane. And that was with our Modine hot dog heater.
Yeah.
And that is in the back, and we Bruce kind of rigged it up.
Yep.
And it's
And some nights it was.
Yeah, we had nights that went down into the low 20s and the teens at the very beginning.
In the very beginning, we had some nights where there was no
plant. One night I think it went down to 7 degrees.
It was 7 degrees, and it was still kept it up to 70 degrees in here, no problem.
And we have 2 alarms out in here, so that if it does drop below what we did in the process, we did lose power twice.
There's one of the alarms. There's one at each end, and these are just freezer alarms, right?
Yeah, they're freezer alarms technically, but we have the little unit in our bedroom.
Yep.
And we got both for the front and the back. And since we have more sun on this side, and the greenhouse is running from south to south to north.
Okay.
I don't know why I said that. Because here, everybody tells...
it's running from this way to that way.
Yeah, everybody here tells us, oh, you just go south, and then you go north, and then... Okay, so I'm like looking at them. I'm from North Carolina. We didn't do that. We went down to the oak tree, you turned right.
Yeah, that's right.
So I listened to them. Oh, you just go west. You just go east.
Yeah.
So anyways, we've already been eating the bok choy, which, as you can see, it's absolutely beautiful. Me and Bruce can't get enough bok choy. We go through it so fast. And this also would freeze dry really well. And oops, sorry buddy. I don't want to step on you. Okay, and then I've got so as you can see, this little guy here, this is the Apocalypse Scorpion. He's slow growing, which all the extremely hot peppers are a slow growing. This is the Carolina Reaper, but you can see it's went on up. And this is a sweet banana pepper. And this right here is the King of the North, which that's a very popular pepper that did really well last year here, and it's a good grower here. What else? And I have these 2 tomatoes that I also started on that early date. They kind of look a little rough from
Yeah, they're not getting enough sun, that's all.
Well, not so much that. It's the tomatoes and peppers don't like their leaves wet. So if you water from the top, what do you think is happening with the water? There's something called gravity that drags the water down. So everything here, I mean, you can see how loaded it is. Look down here, and you can see how loaded the tomatoes are. So once it gets outside,
they're gonna just go.
There's poblanos, and we actually have 2 snakes that have been living in here. And I got a funny story for you. We get a call, and we're in the middle of the market, and because my boys take care of everything when we're at the markets, which bravo to them, they do a good job. And we got a call from Colby, and he says, Mom, I can't water your plants. I said, why not? He said, there's 2 snakes out there, and they're hissing at me. And I said, go back out there, Colby. They won't hurt you. So they're a good thing, because they keep the mice down. Because in some of my years in the back in the late 90s, early 2000, mice came in and ate every seed I had. Yeah. So snakes are a blessing in your greenhouse, so don't get rid of them. And of course, if they are poisonous, that's your choice. But if you copperheads in North Carolina, they would come in the garden, and you could always know that they were there because you could smell cucumbers. And it is a very distinct cucumber smell. So if you ever come across that, guys, you'll know. But come look at this. This is the Jalapeño. So these are the jalapenos that have no heat. So, I mean, you can just look through here. And these are the yarrow, which I'll show you some of those outside. Are you getting okay, Ledger? You hot? If you want to go outside, you can, bud. You don't have to stay. You want to talk about anything on the video? Do you?
No.
Do you want to tell them anything? What? Do you tell them how much Grandma likes to plant? And how much did you help me pick stuff last year? Do you remember helping me pick the peppers? And how many strawberries did you get to eat? I know you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew you'd remember those.
And you're here for a whole week, aren't you?
And if you look, these right here are the chili peppers, which I like to do string those up, and people love those at the market. So that's something that I like to have a lot of. And down here, if you look, they're so just growing so much, and they're just loaded with blooms. And I mean, look, they're just loaded all through here.
They say, take me outside.
So I'll show you outside what I'm going to be doing this year. And of course, this one is a poblano, which I can clearly see that. And I've got a bunch of tomatoes. Now this year, I have almost 100 some tomatoes, which that's normal for us. That's
a little low even.
Yeah, sometimes we have as many as 300. So we have tomatoes scattered throughout. There's tomatoes in the house. There's still shelves. We did take one shelf down today, so that's a good thing. Bravo, princess. You come through here and you've got tomatillos, and because these here, my son said, why do you have so many? But literally, we make salsa verde.
Yes.
We use them in our omelets.
And our green chili.
Yes, our green chili soup.
Mm-hmm.
These are more of the tomatillos. So you can see, look at this beautiful bok choy. They everything is doing superb. I've actually sold some of the plants at the markets, and this I have a couple that have full size. Oh yeah, here, look, come look at this. You'll be amazed at this.
Look at that pepper.
That's the Etuda pepper. That's a sweet bell, like a bell pepper, but it's a sweet pepper, and Etuda means teacher. So I've got cauliflower, I've got broccoli, I've got lots and lots of lavender, I have lots of eucalyptus, which I did really well with this year, and I was impressed. I only had to plant one time before. And down here is the celery, and I will show you more celery, but we're getting ready to plant that out. That's why it's here. Over here, this is like a board down there that Bruce just laid up there so I could extend my shelf even more. And if you notice, the hot tub is no longer in here. And here we also have this more celery. And as you can see, look, and these are going to go out today. But look, you can literally grow them in this windowsill.
Window planter box.
Yeah, window planter box. So, and look at these tomatillos. I mean, and I know they're tall, but that's okay. Once they get in their bucket, because we plant everything in buckets, because I had 2 back surgeries, and I have really a few ways to plant things. So that's because I am very restricted on how much I can do, but I do everything.
I haven't seen any restrictions.
Yeah, well, you're right. These are spoon tomatoes, and these are tiny. These were something I was trying out, so I wanted to see how it was going. But these also were planted on January 22nd. So if you come in here and look in the tub, here's a lot of things. These are some of the things I carried to the market. So And these are what came home.
Yep.
So you guys didn't get new homes, so you're stuck with me.
Lucky plants.
And then over here I planted the peas in the
gutters.
And they will go outside too. They could already be outside. I have not enough time. Sometimes it gets carried away. Literally, it takes me half my morning to water all my plants because not only do I have these plants, I have plants inside and plants in my basement. So going outside here, and I did all these from seeds. And then I bought my onions from Dixondale Farms, and I did grow the Walla Walla here in this one. No, these are the buncheon. I did grow the buncheon ones and some of the Walla Walla. So over here, I have all the onions, and these are the multiplier onions, which you can already see they're already starting to multiply. Can you show them the bulb?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then here is more of the garlic, and this is the hardneck garlic, which has done amazing. And I did plant the garlic with you guys on a video. More onions. And last year, I don't know how many pounds it was, but if I can go back and try to find the pictures for you, I'll put it at the end of the video. But from August of last year until just what this last Azure order, we
didn't buy onions.
Did not buy onions at all.
Nope.
And we made a lot of stuff. Plus,
we eat a lot of onions.
Yeah, we eat onions pretty much every single day.
Onions and garlic.
So
try to keep the mosquitoes away.
But anyways, so I think we did really good, and I'm guessing that I planted like 1,000 because we had counted 600, and I hadn't even finished that bed or that other bed.
Yeah, we did 600 like the first day or
and then
whatever.
These are my Walla Wallas, which they do really well in the pools, and they do get big around. And I did do these from seed, and I did buy some. So, but they will do amazing in these pools. So that's worth the thing. And my pansy this year either reseeded itself or came back because I hadn't seen that in North Carolina.
It's cold here. Doesn't make no difference.
I was right impressed with that. And this was the tree that actually
we made the shelves with. This is a cherry tree.
Yeah, so this that's what the shelves, and in fact when I was staining the deck, if you look and see that the deck that we just did with the boards that were actually made on this property, we did the Japanese method of burning on the back side so that it wouldn't rot. And then I stained it really thick and heavy. So if you see this board right here, I said to Bruce, I said, how is it that this board, this is already, or I said,
she thought I'd come in there and stained her board.
No.
And I'm not allowed to stain.
No, I thought literally it was the red.
It really is red.
How did this one already get stained? Because I was thinking he had taken it from something else we already had.
When you're cutting it, it's just as red and beautiful.
So I was really impressed with that.
Yeah, we were loaded with cherry and walnut and
then we
some other hard species.
These are rocks that were actually down here in front of the greenhouse. Those we made 2 cairns with. Right here, and more garlic and more onions. And then here I planted radishes, and we've already been eating some, and what I've been doing is when I eat one or a couple, whatever, I come back and replant them. Look here. See where I replanted it?
Mm-hmm.
But you can see how nice, look at how red they are. And then I've got, this was a mixed variety.
I see those in my stir fry tonight.
Yeah, they are good like that. So,
oh, they're purple.
There are some purple looking ones, huh? Bright red, long ones. This one here is ready. Look.
Oh, that one would be mine.
Yeah.
It's white and...
Yeah. in the whiter they get, usually they're hotter, spicier. I love those. And then if you come over here, he's trying to wipe it off to eat.
I'm gonna eat.
And these are carrots.
I love carrots.
Yeah, I know you do. And those will take a while, but and over here these are actually peas that I saved the seeds from in North Carolina, and you got.
Delicious.
I think you ate some dirt with your root.
That's all right.
But
Dirt don't hurt.
that's right. So anyways, this is peas that I saved the seeds from my North Carolina plants, and look at them. They're doing amazing.
Oh, and I didn't eat any dirt. I ate soil.
Okay. Here, if you look down here, these planks were actually here when we got here, and they were just piled up over there, close to the
Pond?
Yep, close to the pond. And we're going to use them this year to put all the peppers down on.
Keep them off the ground so we don't have any ant problems or anything.
But there are some controversy with that too. One, they can't get as deep into the ground with their roots because they can grow out of the pots. Even the tomatoes can do that. And then they can also anchor themselves as well as feed themselves.
Yes.
So there will be a little, difference for that. And over here, this is the pumpkins. And you think, oh my goodness, what a lot of pumpkins. But I'll go through and I'll pull some of them that aren't doing well. But what happened here is that I just put the pumpkin at the end of the year. I just threw the pumpkins in here, and this is what we got, and that's what I wanted, because then I didn't even have to seed
and
it.
you got exactly what you looked for.
And then this year also Bruce has put up the arches for
10 years later, guys. It only took me 10 years. I think I'm way ahead of schedule.
So anyways, those are going to be for some beans and things like that. And then here, go over here and show them this. You already got rid of it?
No, their seeds are still here.
Okay.
That's seeds from...
Okay, so this is what the pumpkins looked like, and Bruce didn't know if I wanted it, so he saved it. But anyways,
Why can't you carve it?
No, I didn't need to carve it. I gave you the one to carve.
Yeah, that's right.
More onions, and then over here, the broccoli. And last year the broccoli was so successful that I made sure I had 2 beds of broccoli instead of 1. And all these right here, watch it, bud. These right here are sunflowers. So see, what happens is it gets really hot, and you don't want your broccoli to bolt, because a lot of times it can bolt with the extreme heat. So those sunflowers will come up and they'll block it a little bit to help so that it doesn't bolt with the heat, with the direct sun. And then down here I've got beans right here, and I did have beans last year on one of the poles here, those over there. And then if you come over here, the same exact thing. So, and of course I had some onions that were left behind that did well.
Little volunteers.
And over here is the yarrow, which that right there, you can see it's already starting to bloom. That's some good stuff there. And over here is the turnips. So the turnips, this is the first time I'm ever doing turnips, because I've only done rutabagas and kohlrabi.
Kohlrabi, yeah.
So the turnips will be really good because we started eating a lot of turnips.
Yes, we have.
And I thought, well, let me just do some turnips this year. So this is the garlic chives, and I've already cut these and freeze dried them and made garlic chive powder. The calendula, which I make some lotions and salves with that for my market family. Some sage, some more yarrow, some comfrey, which the rabbits love the comfrey. So I just come out and grab a couple leaves off of it and take it to the rabbits. Yep. And then oregano, anise, or anise, some people say.
Can you show the rabbits?
I can take some more to the rabbits. Well,
We might do that in another video. We can do a video with you and the rabbits.
and then I wanted to show them the pots on how everything right here. So this is all the stuff now that we pulled out. We don't leave it outside because one, it can dry rot, and also the sun, can make it weigh down a lot as far as wear and tear.
Yeah, and
on
there's
it.
a lot more buckets. A lot more.
But there's this is what all the stuff that's still left in the greenhouse will go into what we have left. So, and we buy all these containers from Grower Solution.
Yeah, Grower Solution. They have the best shipping.
Yeah,
They're fast.
Everything that I've gotten from them has been very well. I
Yeah.
bought 1 gallons this year for some of the pots in there, and I did grow the peppers in 1 gallon pots as well last year.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't as successful as the 3 gallon
Yeah.
or the 5 gallon,
That's right.
but they
It
did
still
go.
worked.
They did go. So there you have it, and we're still working on the other greenhouse.
Yeah, I've been a slacker.
We've been working nonstop. I mean, nonstop. The minute
Now it's market season, so we're really
and every market we go to is over a 2-hour drive
yes,
one way.
and it's a lot. And
Plus, we're making pickles back and forth at the kitchen, and that's an hour and something drive one way.
yeah,
And then we got our bees in. They're doing really well. Everything so far this year has been going good. So I'm hoping for a good garden season.
we got the best helper, Riggy and Ledger, this week, right?
Yeah.
That's our worker boy there.
Ledger loves to help.
Mm-hmm.
He's quite the little worker. So guys, if you have any questions for me or any suggestions or ideas or anything you thought that I should do, because I'm always up for it.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of look is that?
That's it.
I know you. And these are my bamboo stakes. So you see I have a lot of those to stake everything up. So, and all of this we hauled from North Carolina.
Yep. Yes, we did.
So I know everybody would laugh at that one.
But you can't give it up. It's too much.
It's too valuable.
Yeah, it takes years to accumulate all these things, and you can't give them up.
Yeah, and there's nothing cheap about gardening.
No.
But it's when the mosquitoes here are terrible this time of year. But when you do it basically for a living,
Yes,
and
it's totally different.
yeah, it's you have to have everything you can possibly have. And then over here at the other greenhouse, as you can see, it's over there. And what we will be doing is we will have tomatoes and peppers on both sides.
We're getting there real soon. And we're going to have vegetables all winter long. We're going to heat that.
Yeah, we're going to heat that with a boiler.
We're going to heat that with a wood boiler the same way we heat our house in our hot water. So, and we have plenty of wood, right?
Yeah,
Just pick a spot.
something will be there laying around.
Yeah, something will be there. So,
Well, guys, I just wanted to show you how the greenhouse was going, the garden was going and stuff. And like I said, last frost date here is June 4th. And I talked to one of my customers at the market, and he said the Menominee County reservation, and he said their rule was always June 2nd. So we're gonna go ahead today and get our celery planted because there's nothing forecast for any frost dates. So we're gonna go for it and get them covered with the agribon. We use the poles here, and we use this white covering, and that can do a lot of things. That can, 1, protect them from the sun, 2, protect them from bugs, 3, it could help keep them warm. And
Keep
4,
them from getting frosted.
yep, keep them from getting frosted and keep them from getting deer ate on.
Yep, that's right.
That's another thing you could do with this. So it's worth the investment.
It's really inexpensive, the Agribon.
And we got this from the Nolte Brothers.
Yeah, we got that from the Nolte Brothers. We buy most of our greenhouse equipment and supplies from Nolte Brothers. And
They're an Amish company.
and they have 2 locations, and you will not find anyone cheaper or more helpful.
Yes, very, very helpful. Wonderful people to work with.
We can't say enough. We're going to do a whole video on that greenhouse when we're done, and prices are really good. Smile when I'm done, right? Eventually.
Well,
It's really close. It's getting there. It's just I encountered these new things in the ground here. They're called rocks.
that Bruce calls them dinosaur eggs.
Yeah, the dinosaur eggs are pretty hard to deal with.
Well, we'll catch y'all later, and thanks so much for watching. And Ledger, come tell everybody goodbye.
Bye.
All right. Bye.